Okay, maybe Mahathir enriched his family, but wouldn't you have helped your family as well? My dear friends, yesterday I read a somewhat lengthy article written by someone who was eager to justify, to explain, to rationalize why actions are now being taken by BCC and the police against Daim and perhaps against Mahathir as well. The story is this, that if the government, particularly the Prime Minister, if he did not act on these two gentlemen, he would be condoning systemic corruption. He would not be able to justify his promise that he would clean up the country. Now, I'm very concerned about this simply because I think this action to act against Daim and Mahathir for something that happened 10, 15 years ago will only exacerbate the political warfare in the country, particularly the Malays. I would like to urge the government to think again whether this is the route to take. You want to clean up the country of corruption, by all means do so. But at the same time, you cannot make it look like it is political persecution. And it is inevitable that actions today taken against Daim, against Ilham Tower, against Mahathir, would be seen as political. Because this happened many, many years ago. Why did it take so long for the police and the MACC to act on them? Why? If Mahathir and Daim had enriched themselves unfairly, improperly, enriched his family, their families, 20 years ago, why did it take so long to act? You can't answer my question. Because 20 years ago, not only Daim and Mahathir probably enriched their families or whatever, but a lot of people were enriched as well by the system, particularly UMNO leaders. Come on, you know very well. So many UMNO leaders were very wealthy beyond description in the 90s. They could just be a Ketua Wanita or Ketua Pemuda. They're worth hundreds of millions. So what I'm trying to say is the line between corruption and abuse of power and a sense of entitlement, which the Malays believe they have, special privileges they have, where do you draw the line? That's the reason why so many people were very rich. Okay, maybe Mahathir enriched his family, but wouldn't you have helped your family as well if you have that kind of power? So many leaders were very rich. MCA leaders were very wealthy. MIC leaders were very wealthy. UMNO leaders were very wealthy. So it's unfair to pick Daim and Mahathir as the reason why to remove corruption or to eliminate corruption, you have to take action against them. Okay, you look at 1MDB. No action was taken against others responsible for the heist, for a lot of money stolen. Actions were only taken against Najib. But surely he could not have done it himself on his own. So why didn't we take actions against other people on the board of 1MDB, on Bank Negara officers, on the bankers? Why didn't we follow what Tim Leissner had suggested in New York? That all those fellows who were responsible for the theft, we prosecuted. We didn't. This is again my point. When people say political persecution, it means you select, you pick and choose who you prosecute and when. If you have been consistent, by all means, go after them. But you refuse to do that. You pick and choose. Today is Daim and Mahathir. 12 months or 18 months ago, it was Najib. And you don't know 2 years from now. Do we, as a country, be satisfied with this sort of system where the institutions of government will act only when it's conducive to political leaders in power? So I would like to urge the government, this is a new year, for God's sake. Let's start on a proper clean slate. Clean in the sense that let's not be vengeful, okay, to start with. Let's not be angry. The future of the country requires us to act rationally. Reform the system. Reform the police, the MACC, and the laws that go with it. Change them. Make sure that if an offense has been committed, action will be taken immediately. It's laughable. You act on Daim because of Pandora Papers. You should act on Daim on your papers, not Pandora Papers. So obviously you didn't have much before Pandora Papers. How is that possible? So again, I don't really care whether Malays are united or not, really. But I don't think they should fight each other unnecessarily. You know, it's so embarrassing. Now the non-Malays think all the Malays leaders are corrupt. All the Malay leaders only enrich their families. They don't talk about how they themselves got rich because of these Malay leaders. They don't. They don't talk about how their families got rich because of these Malay leaders. They don't. So for the Malays, you must have some pride and dignity. Huh? You cannot allow this huge effort be made in the name of trying to clean up the country at the expense of your own race, at the expense of your own people. I'm not close to Daim or Mahathir. In fact, I'm quite fond of Mahathir, but he wasn't fond of me. His biggest mistake was never to put me up when he had the power. I could have done some good for the country, but that's another story. But I don't think attacking them, making examples of them, would just stop there. He'd besmirch, he would dirty the whole Malay race. That we are the corrupt people, that we don't know how to run the country. So I urge the government, please, take things in perspective, take things in proper, orderly manner. Okay? Don't spoil your own people, don't spoil your integrity of your own race by taking this route. I can tell you many instances of the non-Malays being made rich by this Daim and Mahathir. Okay? So let's, if we want to change things, change by revamping the institutions we have. Get our system in order. Get our MACC in properly structured. Get our Attorney General's powers properly structured. So that people then will realize, okay, if actions are being taken now against someone, that it is because an investigation or wrongdoing has taken place, and it's not because of politics. We have to work together to reach this state of affairs. Thank you very much.
Sila subscribe, like, comment, share, follow untuk menerima notis video-video yang lain. Sokongan Tuan, Puan membantu penghasilan karya video seterusnya.